is a brand new 1968 Ford Mustang GT 2+2 Fastback Cobra Jet. Yes, you heard that correctly. Everything on this car is brand new, but this is not a kit car, nor is it some backyard reproduction. It's built by Revology Cars, a company whose sole focus is to bring back life into the iconic Mustang from the late 60s and merge it with modern technology. From above, everything looks as it would from 1968, and while the hood is fiberglass, the rest of the car is made of real sheet metal and has been reinforced to not only handle the torque of the modern powertrain, but eliminate rattles often associated with these classic machines. Peeking underneath, it's a blend of old and new, the likes that you'll only find on some of the most elite Restomod builds. From a carbon fiber drive shaft to coilover suspension, these cars were designed to perform as good as they look. This particular car is running a 5-liter Roush Supercharged V8, putting out 710 horsepower. Backing the Coyote engine is a 6-speed manual transmission, which feeds power to a Ford 8.8 rear axle. Inside of it, you'll find a track lock limited slip differential along with a set of 373 differential gears. I recently got a chance to check out this particular car and dive into the history and details with the owner, which you can hear more about now. So I am here with my buddy Jim Wilkins at his home garage, which we'll talk a little bit more about all the cool things in this garage, and he's going to tell us why you got this brand new 68 Revology Mustang. Tell me about it. What made you go down this road?
Well, I had 2 Mustangs at the time that I found out about Revology. I had a triple black convertible 68 Mustang, and I had a Acapulco blue 68 Fastback with a 4-speed and dual carburation. And I always thought that you should have a car that really looks good on the outside, but as far as the mechanicals of it and the drivability of it, to take it anywhere, get in it, start it and go, that's what I wanted. And when I came across this car, I definitely wanted to do this. So I sold 2 Mustangs to make this a little bit more palatable.
2 into 1, that's good car math. I like that. Now, most of your cars have that kind of classic look, but all have modern powertrain. Or what was it about the Revology car that said, yeah, that's it?
The whole premise of this car is that it is brand new from the ground up, which when I take it to shows, people have a real hard time grasping that. They just don't understand. They feel that some of this car is old or used, and it's just not. It's a brand new car from the ground up. There's nothing used in this car, and that's what I wanted. And I paid for it, and I got it.
That's cool. Now, this is car, what, 190?
193. So all the cars are numbered. All the cars that are produced have a number, and this car is 193.
What do you have to do to get a car like this? How do you start that process?
You have to make an appointment.
Really? Okay.
Yes, you have to make an appointment. And they're very secure. It's a very secure facility, and it's a brand new facility. I believe it's a 60,000 square foot facility, and to my knowledge, everything is done in-house. The upholstery, the total assembly, starting from the chassis on up, everything is done in-house.
So what is unique about the 68 that makes it special? Because I think they make from 65 to 68. That's kind of their niche. So why did you want the 68, not a convertible or not the Shelby? What was special about this for you, since you were able to pick whatever you wanted?
Well, my opinion is that the 68 Fastback is the best looking Mustang that they've ever built. That's my opinion. And the color scheme I put together myself, had, the colors that they had available. I wanted the interior to pop against the red, which it does. I wanted the powertrain. I almost made a dire mistake. I was thinking in my head that I was just going to put the 460 horse motor in it, because all the other Mustangs I had 302s and 289s that were fast cars, but I said to myself, 460 horse is a lot more horsepower, and I was going to go with that. But at the end of the day, that Supercharged Cobra Jet sitting there, and I said, I know I'm going to make a mistake if I didn't do this. So I went and elected to have the Supercharged Gen 3 Coyote motor put in, and I'm very happy that I did it.
Now you could have gotten this with the automatic, or what you did, which is, I applaud, is the manual. What made sense to go with the manual? Was it driving experience or just nostalgia?
Well, cars like these, I truly believe they need to be driven, and to be driven, they need a manual transmission. That's my opinion.
I know they did some little things, like it's got modern hinges, and you know, there's lights in the handles and things. From a driving perspective, is there a certain level of comfort that this car has that, like your older Mustangs, can you really tell that it feels more comfortable and it's a better driver overall?
Absolutely, it's a solid car. I'm going to open the door and I'm going to close it and just listen.
Yeah.
No old Mustang sounds like
that. Yeah. Well, I had seen and read that they had done substantial body modifications in terms of they welded extra seams and things like that to reinforce it. And even the glass, I believe, has some sort of like polycarbonate bond.
Polycarbonate, yeah.
Yeah, so it's all of that adds to rigidity and makes this car a little bit stronger. And obviously, if you're really going to drive these things, a better overall driver and more reliable. Now, I know you made some modifications to it. So tell me about those mods and why.
Well, the first thing I did is I took what's call me crazy, but I took the brand new wheels and tires off and put Nitto tires, 555 G2s, and I wanted to stagger tires. With this power plant, I need sticky tires. And so what happened with the wheels that I chose, because of the width of the rear wheels, that's a split rim, and then the finish didn't exactly match the front rim, so I had to buy new front rims so that everything matched. So I have a brand new set of tires if anybody wants to buy tires and wheels.
Now, under the hood, it's been dressed up a little bit as well. What mods did you do there?
The engine bothered me. Overall, this is an absolutely gorgeous car until you open the hood and you see this large black mass. That's what it looked like to me. And it needed something. So I went to a company in Florida, and they make polished billet valve covers. And between that change and we polished the intake on the supercharger, totally different. When you open the hood now and it pops, and it speaks for itself. What's
the goal with this car in terms of, like, are you going to travel with it? Do you like to show it?
We're going to do the Tail of the Dragon in March. We're going to go to Carlisle with it. We're going to Lake George with it. So there's a lot of stuff that I have planned for the car.
That's pretty neat. Now, is there anything at this point you have in the back of your mind that you would like to change anymore, or at this point are you, hey, I'm happy with it?
No, right now I have to say I'm totally happy. The way I have the car with the tire change, the dress up on the motor, I'm happy with it. I really am.
Is there anything that's very obvious to you that makes this car not necessarily period correct, or is it just everything just seems spot on in terms of styling? Is there anything from a Mustang or classic car enthusiast that you look at, I wish they did this a little different, or is it all where it should be?
No, when I ordered the car, I wanted this car to resemble an original '68 Mustang. If I opted for the automatic transmission, I could have had a backup camera. I could have had a computer screen in there. They didn't have that in 1968, so I didn't want any of that. The only thing on the outside of this car is when you open the door, they put digital lights in the handle, which is a nice feature, but you don't see them. So as far as I'm concerned, appearance-wise, the car on the outside truly resembles a '68 Fastback. And that's what I wanted.
Anything in terms of, this has sort of become the pride of the collection, if you will. Does it make the other cars kind of be not as fun, or is it this is just kind of its own thing altogether?
I'm asked this question a lot at the car shows. All the cars are like children, and children are all different. So they all have their own things. Like my T-Bird I've owned for 27 years. I love it to death. It's an iconic car. The color, to me, is peacock blue and white. I think it's the best color that they made, and I love it. The 61 Corvette speaks for itself. The 69 Camaro speaks for itself, and that old 30 Chevrolet speaks for itself. So they're all like children. Nobody's the same, and I enjoy them and I drive them. Good weather, they all get driven.
That's awesome. Now, I think it's probably worth, 'cause I'm sure people are going to ask, like, what's your background? Is your background car, or like, where did you come from to be? Were you a car kid growing up? Like, how did you get to this point? I know what you do, but not everybody else does.
I always had a liking for cars. I can remember going back to the I'm going to date myself here, but 56, 57 Chevy Impalas, convertibles, they just struck a note with me. And ever since then, I like cars. I remember I actually had an 18 scale red Thunderbird that I built out of a kit. I was always around cars. I've always, through the years, cars were a very much a part of my soul, to have a nice car, take care of it, drive it, enjoy it. As far as I'm concerned, there's nothing better than getting up in the nice morning sun and taking a car ride. No traffic on the road, sun coming up, great day. And that's what I love about the cars. I mean, and I used to work on cars, which I did. I've changed out transmissions, I've changed bearings on camshafts. Am I away from that now? Yes, I am. My trade, answer to your question, is that I am a custom builder and a custom cabinet maker. And I also love that as much as I love my cars.
I appreciate you taking the time, letting me check out the car, all that stuff. This is super exciting, something long overdue. So if you guys have any questions, just drop them right in the comments. And with any luck, I hope to see you, usually on the trail, but maybe on the road.
Yeah.
All right, take care.